Guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Goku's entire body was completely shattered as he had pushed his body to the limit, so he would start meditating to be able to heal most of his wounds, but despite his meditation, his internal energy would still be out of control. I have to get the control of all my power, because otherwise I'll explode, and I won't let him get away with it. Meanwhile, in the Kingdom of All, Daishinka was very nervous as well as he was too surprised to realize how a warrior from Universe 7 had been able to give battle to that gigantic power. This is bad. The power of that warrior is unmatched, and we'll not be able to do anything against him, but we have to communicate with such a warrior. Daishinka would try to establish a connection with Son Goku, but it was impossible for him because he was in another dimension. Although this should not be a problem for the High Priest, the main problem was Goku's power, which was at deplorable levels. In that case, I'll have to communicate with the god Beerus of the universe. He must have knowledge of a warrior of such power since he will be our. Daishinka would begin to quickly move towards the dimension where all the gods were, but as he was about to arrive, he'd be hit by some extremely powerful blows by Dante the multiverse devourer, who was able to feel the essence of a priest. You good-for-nothing worm. I wanted you to give me information about the ultimate Omega Saiyan god. After all our battle, he completely disappeared. Daishinka, without being able to breathe in the same way, was surprised, but with a big blow, he was able to move away a little. I can't believe that what this warrior said. It was said that the power of the Ultra Omega Saiyan God was impossible for any Saiyan. In fact, it was even said that it was simple fairy tales. So for that reason, that Saiyan was able to face him. Dante would begin to approach Daishinka, which, with each of his footsteps, planets of the 12 universes were destroyed by such an increase in power so that after a few moments, both warriors were face to face. Daishinka in the same way would expel all his power. The power of the great priest would be felt by each of his children who, when using their staves, were surprised because their father, for the first time, resorted to using 100% of all his abominable power. This is amazing! Who is that warrior that even forces our father to use all his power? Hey, Whis, we don't have to help the High Priest because even though he possesses all that amazing power, I don't think he'll be able to beat that warrior. Are you implying that our father's weak? Watch your words, God. Don't care that Whis is the most powerful angel. I'll defend my father's pride. But everyone was amazed when they realized how Daishinka had been sent to a planet which would explode with simple contact, while his opponent laughed like a maniac. What happened? I thought the priest of this multiverse would have much more power, since you are the last priest of the 4 multiverse. Daishinka would have tried to recover from that powerful blow, however, he had received incredible damage with just one of the blows of that monster. How is it possible that this is happening? And most of all, I can't believe that you were able to end the lives of the remaining 3 priests. Didn't your father tell you about me? I introduced myself. My name's Dante, and I'm known as the Multiverse Eater. Daishinka would panic as he remembered his father's words. My son, in all of this multiverse, there is one warrior whom we should not face, and his name is Dante, the devourer of multiverses, since there's no warrior who's been able to defeat him. No, this is a nightmare. You must not be Dante, since there was no information that you're still alive. You're lying! I care very little if you believe me or not. The only thing I inform you is that I plan to end this whole multiverse if they don't bring me the Omega Ultra Saiyan. But at the moment, an angel very powerful would stand by Daishinka. That's right, it was Whis who had absorbed the power of all his other brothers, as well as the power of each of the gods of the 12 universes. Don't worry, Father. Between the two of us, we'll be able to do something against this wretch. We won't let him wipe out everything existing. One more piece of garbage. That won't do any good, since I, compared to you, am a lion while you are simple ants. FYI, if we unite our powers, we'll be able to beat you, miserable. No, Whis, run away from here. It's impossible to face this warrior. The only warrior to be able to defeat him is the Saiyan of Universe 7. Are you referring to Son Goku? I always knew that he hides great power, but still not able to decipher because he possesses all that power.
Do you even know him, Whis?
That's right, Father. That warrior faced Lord Beerus in a friendly battle, which both were equal, but the power that was recently felt has something familiar with that Saiyan.
Whis, it doesn't matter that we fall on the battlefield, but I want you to communicate with that warrior and give him the knowledge required to increase his power.
As you wish, Father. Give me 1 minute, please.
My life is not interested, Whis. I want you to grant him all the knowledge, since he will be the salvation of everything existing.
Daishenkin would begin to exchange millions of blows against Dante, but the difference in powers was incomparable, since the blows that Daishenkin was able to grant him did not cause any great damage, only a few scratches, unlike the blows that Dante granted, destroying every bone and vein of energy, while after a few moments, Whis was able to communicate with Goku. Mr. Goku, I'm the Angel Whis, the Master of the God Destroyer of Universe 7. I inform you that the planet Earth will be destroyed by Dante. My father have informed me that you are the hope of the 12 universes, so I'll grant you with the required knowledge. Whis, despite being in another dimension, was able to grant him the required knowledge, and he was able to do it, because on this occasion, Goku's power was no longer so weakened. So at the moment, all the knowledge of an angel, including the knowledge of the Great Priest, would be transferred to Goku, which, due to the excess of information, would become unconscious. It's done, Father. I know we won't be able to face this monster, but we won't die without a fight. Both angels began to fight against Dante, but despite being at a disadvantage, they were not able to defeat him. The warrior, who was able to destroy 3 other multiverses, however, in the Kingdom of the Whole, Zeno-sama would notice strong exhortations of energy, so he would head towards where these disasters were perceived, accompanied by both guardians, but at the moment of arriving, what happened with everyone happened with Zeno-sama, because at the moment of observing him, he would go into absolute panic, stopping the battle. Mighty Dante, I know that we're no match for you, but please spare our lives. We promise to serve you.
Well, it's the little king of the whole of this multiverse. That's a surprise.
Zeno-sama would remember in the same way as Dante was able to easily end the life of the all-powerful king, and Zeno-sama, who was considered the all-weaker king, would not have a chance.
Okay, I spare your lives as long as you bring me, the warrior who possesses the power of the Ultra Omega Saiyan.
But Lord, that's impossible, since that power is only a legend.
You're wrong, Zeno, because the power of that warrior really exists. So I want you to look for him, because his predecessor left me wounds, which to this day I'm not able to heal, and I need the power of him.
I understand. We'll do our best. Daishenkin and Whis, come with me.
The trio of warriors would quickly leave. My lord, it's better to die on the battlefield than to be under the orders of that miserable.
I think the same as my father. We have to be able to get in touch with Mr. Goku. Who's Goku? And no, we'll not fight because Dante will not end our lives. Dante stays with all our divine root, so we will live inside a fate worse than death.
I understand. On that occasion, we just have to make time, and Mr. Goku is the warrior who possesses the power of the Ultra Omega Saiyan.
Zeno-sama would be surprised because even for him it was something surprising, since only legends of that overwhelming power were heard. Returned to the room of time, Goku was able to wake up, but with a strong headache, and at the moment his gaze would change to a much more serious look. The deities of this universe were never evil. They just wanted to become much more powerful like me. But I will not forgive that guy who finished with my planet and my friends. Goku would begin to meditate, and with the knowledge of his father, the angels had granted him, he was able to access the Ultra Instinct. In a matter of months, something that was extremely impossible since he was a mere mortal, but the power that he gave off in the Ultra Instinct was a power that very hardly any god or angel could face. The power I'm getting is amazing, but I have to be able to access the Ultra Omega God Saiyan. I have to end that miserable one once and for all. Goku would continue his arduous training. Meanwhile, in the 12 universes, they had plunged into extreme slavery, even the gods and angels.
I don't know where you are, but I'm in the 12 universes looking for something like you worm. So you better be prepared. He can't stand that this wretch treats us like his slaves and annihilates every being who's not willing to follow his orders.
Thus 18 months had already passed in which Son Goku did not show signs of life, which was the beginning of Brother Dante. because he wanted to recover 100% of all his power. However, in all these months, Goku had been able to master his power completely. Moreover, he had even chosen to remain in his most primitive state, which was capable of even ending the life of a priest with a single blow, since even his tail gave him much more Saiyan power. It's time, I'm ready. And I think even the Supreme who did me the favor of releasing all my power and the knowledge that I've obtained has helped me to obtain all this power. So it's time to get out of this place, put an end to that miserable. Goku would begin to expel an amazing power, so much that the same dimension would begin to collapse, and even previously that this was impossible for him, since the very essence of Bardock used the last of his essence, so that he wouldn't be able to leave said dimension. If he was not able to overcome his power, Goku was able to make the dimension 1,000 pieces. So the instant to enter through the portal that had been created would appear directly in space, which would make him fill with an uncontrollable rage. Meanwhile, Dante, in an outburst of anger, would hold Beerus tightly.
You know that Saiyan's from your universe, so you better tell me where he is, or I'll end your pathetic life.
Furious, Daishinkan wouldn't stand it anymore, so at a great speed give him a powerful blow, which he was able to make him retreat, granting several blows to both warriors.
On this occasion, I'll finish with you good for nothing.
Dante would start to create a giant sphere of energy, so he would throw it against everyone present.
I hope that this warrior is able to put an end to the evil of this guy.
But when everyone had accepted the inevitable end, Goku would appear in front of everyone, pulverizing Dante's attack, and with a very serious look would observe him. I'm not gonna let you breathe one more day, because this very time, I'm gonna end your life completely. Goku expelled a little more of his incredible power, which on this occasion left Dante very surprised, since his power had risen in an unreal way.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.